Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Football Manager 2020. This is episode number 8. It's still early days in the season. We've only played 8 league games so far, and we've also only managed 10 points from those 8 games, so we're very much that mid-table team that we were predicted to be, at least at this point. Our primary tactic is fairly well drilled into the team by now. We are working on a secondary tactic. It's not ready for use in games just yet. We beat Nottingham Forest at home 2-0. And then the last game, we were really unlucky not to come away with something. We were at Bristol City. We outplayed them throughout the game, and they only had one chance the entire game, and it came off of a mistake. Connor Roberts, our strong right wingback, took the ball off the attacker's foot, had every opportunity to step up and clear it, but somehow froze in the moment. He was already behind the man, and then somehow he recovered the ball, crossed it to a teammate, and they headed it in for the goal, as everybody else was already starting to try to turn defense into attack. Very unlucky on the goal that we gave up, and even more unlucky not to get a goal ourselves. We had 3 one-on-ones with the keeper. Missed them all. Keeper saved them all, I should say. No, saved 2 of them. We missed one of them. And then we had a couple other minor chances. And we scored the tying goal, only to have it chalked off as offside in a pretty controversial call. So we should have at least had a point in that game, if not 3. And that's happened a few times this season. So it's hard to say. It's always hard to say, right? Leicester City was somebody who was not a dominant force, but they took the minimal chances that they had and scored those opportunities and won a Premier League title that season because of that, while not conceding at the other end. So, there's always something to it. It's not how many shots you have. It's not how much possession you have. It's what you do with the chances you get. And even though the only chance they had the whole game came with a bit of luck, and we had multiple chances, at the end of the day, they came away with all 3 points. Next up will be Reading. We're ready for that game now, but we're going to take a look at the inbox first. There's a couple important emails in there. And then we're going to be here in a few days on the road at Charlton, who are currently last place in the league. And we could really use, anytime you could use 6 points. But this would be one of those opportunities where if we can come away with even 4 points would be tolerable. But 6 points, very much necessary. 3 points would be definitely not a good outcome for the next 2 games. First off, fitness tests going into this. Rodon now capable back from his injury. Declan John back from his. Mike Vanderhorn finally back from his. He has not played yet, though. With that match sharpness coming down, I'm thinking about forcibly changing this up and bringing him in. Kalulu played last time about 60-70 minutes and is available again today. But that's not the big piece of news I wanted to look at. Here we go. Update on UK leaving the European Union. So Brexit, finally, since I can't decide anything in real life, it almost makes me feel good for that brief, fluttering moment that my country isn't the only one in an absolute nightmare of a political situation. Thanks, UK. I appreciate your offer to mess things up just to make us feel better. No, it didn't help. Really didn't help. Sorry if you're a supporter, but we've got the worst individual in the White House that's ever stepped foot in that place. Okay, don't worry. I won't go political again, but moving on. here's the new rule starting at the end of 2020. So we've got just over a year till this kicks off. So really kick it off with the January transfer window. The league is now going to be limited to 17 foreign players. And new work permit system will be in place for any new players and any re-signing players coming in. Here's the breakdown on how that's going to work. And this is consistent throughout contract renewals, already permitted players, or new signings from outside of the country. It's identical across the board. So if their nation is ranked top 10 in the world, they need to participate in at least 30% of their national team's games to qualify for the work permit. If they're ranked between 11 and 20, it needs to be roughly half. 21 to 30 is 3/5, and nations ranked 31st to 50th have to play at least 3/4 of their national team games in order to qualify for a work permit. That's pretty harsh because, for one thing, that means we are ineligible to sign anyone outside of the top 50 ranked nations in the world. And while you wouldn't normally see that, a young, talented player coming in from a nation outside of that isn't going to qualify, period, no matter how much they play. There is an appeal system set up, and for us, the part that really would apply, at least as a championship side, we're looking at salary needs to be in the top half of the team among the top 30 earners. So as long as they're making more than the average salary of the other players on the team, then that's 3 points. But it takes 4 to qualify. The fourth one would have to come from one of these two places because we're not Premier and the transfer fee is not going to be anywhere near what that needs to be. So the only other thing is they have to be an active player playing club in either one of the 6 primary European leagues or the 2 main South American leagues. I'm assuming that's Brazil for one. The other, is that Argentina? I'm not sure what the other South America league would be. The Europe one's pretty obvious. So we'll have to keep an eye out on those players coming in, especially starting middle of next year. We've got almost a full year until that kicks off, though, so there is still time. Reading currently is 11th. We are currently 15th. Goal differential actually favors us. We're a +3. They are right level at 0. But they've managed 4 wins, and we've only managed 3, and that's why they've got the point advantage. It's a decent-looking jersey for Reading this year. Better than what I've seen in years past, or at least if memory serves me correctly. Okay, fitness test. Oh, Vanderhorn back into the side. Okay, they put him back in. That's right. Rodon will come off the bench to serve it. Rodon has not played well in his last 5 games. His ratings are looking pretty poor, and that's why Wilmot is back into that starting slot, which is bad for me because that means I'm lacking pace. And Rodon was blamed for that goal in the last game. It was not his fault at all. It was Connor Roberts. Roberts is the one who made the mistake. He made a good play in the first place that convinced everybody that it was time to start going on the attack, and then didn't fully recover the ball or even just clear it out, let alone he coughed up the possession that he just created. I do have 2 players on loan right now. Not on loan, on trial right now. And you see Kabul here is 3 stars, but there's 2 problems. Just 2 problems, because he's fantastic heading, good marking, fantastic tackling, very brave. I would love to bring this guy in, but here's the 2 issues. 1, crazy slow. 2, injury susceptibility. And I guess 3, he's 33. He's getting worse. And actually, in the scouting report, it did note that his is decreasing in skill as we speak. Effie Ambrose, though, 30, a little bit younger. I mean, a few years makes a big difference. Has good pace, jumps well, decent player, but lacks the mental fortitude in a few areas. Decisions, a 3. Concentration, a 4. Really good in other places, but that's a real mistake. And even though he's had 50 caps for Nigeria, there's just those few flaws that really hold him back. And I keep looking at him going, oh man, maybe. If he's going to take a very small salary, I think I'll probably end up signing him and not the others. Because unlike Kabul, who has the injury susceptibility, Ambrose, not so bad in that department, actually. He's been a very fit player throughout his career. Let's go ahead and get through this first game, though. We'll come back to that. Van der Horn and Kalulu both lacking in match sharpness after their injuries. But you got to get back some way or another. And Van der Horn is not somebody I'm going to send to the under 23s in order to get his fitness back up. See, that's the team to do it for the fans. Well, we do need to bounce back after the last game. Let's see if there's an option on that one. There's not. Relax, play a natural game. Favorites for a reason. Go out there and make sure you leave no doubt. Let's say that assertively. Okay, well, they listen keenly. And now I have faith in you. Ooh. Wow. One player fired up. Okay. Not the greatest response I was looking for. It's weird. This team, I'm having trouble finding what they respond to. Usually, by this point in the season, I've got it pegged pretty well what most players are going to respond positively to. Whether it's, the pat on the back or it's something a little more assertive. Roberts in some space. Nice pass inside. Borja, Byers, off to Longstaff. Longstaff goes for the long shot. And Longstaff, puts Bidwell in a bad position, and he takes his 4th yellow of the season. But here's a different free kick. Grimes with the nice cross. That was beautiful, but we couldn't get on the end of it. Roberts in possession, up to Lundstrom. Roberts trying to get up to his position. Ball's laid off for him a little soon. This time he's in a good spot. Longstaff again taking the long shot and effing it up pretty badly. Right into the block. Just teeing it up for Reading to block. Easy blocks on those. That's my preferred method as a defender myself, indoor player. I am a center back, and often what I do is I lock players down where they do not get by me. They're never going to get an easy chance, but I give them just a little bit of space to where they look, and they're looking, and they're thinking about goal. And then I do it when they're well outside, set my keeper up for an easy save, and then do one of two things. Either they take the obvious shot that I'm creating for them by showing them one foot or over the other easily. Oh, Byers, nice take there. In possession, Roberts. Yes, there it is. Roberts, inside, Byers. Oh, how do you miss that? Anyway, so I show them to a foot, to an easy chance, and set my keeper up for an easy save. Or I set myself up for I know exactly where that shot's going to be and when it's going to be there, and I get that leg out and block it. That's my preferred defensive method, as opposed to going for the tackle, which isn't allowed in my league. So got to do something as Borja misses at point-blank range again. It's driving me nuts. Borja had 3 one-on-one chances in that last game and messed them all up. He's got point-blank range there again and again and again. Borja Bastion is should be finishing and scoring, and is failing to convert. Chances are equal in this half, but we definitely had the better chances. You think I should say that they've been disappointing, and we could certainly go there. I wouldn't necessarily say we've been the better team, and we should be today. So, how about... I don't want to go aggressive. I mean, we're not losing. Should I say I'm far from pleased? There you go. Now they are fired up. I will accept that Matty Grimes is not fired up at this point. We'll wait for him to respond. He is our top player through the middle of the field. Boy, poor header on that one, and it's given away. Woodman, good interception on that one. I think that was Vanderhorn who blocked his man out well, screening him, and Kalulu. Nice chance. Great volley on that one. That was a difficult shot to come down on. I thought maybe he was going to take a touch, but the defense might have had time to recover. Nice header away, but Kalulu's got it, and he's going to hang on to it way too long. He needed to pass that up to the corner man, and instead he tries to dribble past his man and gives it away. Oof, Roberts, good interception. That was a dangerous ball. It was a really nice ball. All right, Bidwell sitting on his yellow here. Still very early second half. There's a real chance for Longstaff. This time, closer range. He gets it on target. No defender right in front to block it, and Longstaff puts it in the back of the net. Left side of the goal. Well taken shot. Kalulu really set that one up nicely right through that gap. Longstaff actually almost messed that up, as that shot definitely should have been closer to the corner, but the keeper reacts very slowly. And now we lead 1-0. Free kick. Roberts. Redding. Countering. And still going. Takes the long shot under pressure. There's my other issues. On the dribble, I'm not so good. I give up the ball pretty easily under pressure, which is why I tend to either use my speed, and that's the only way that I dribble, or big cuts, left, right kind of thing. Roberts with the ball into Borja. Borja, that's not an easy one. That was a better attempt from him, but still, keeper was in the right spot to make a pretty easy stop. I think Wilmot got to that, but could not get it on target. Goes out for the goal kick. Swift with the corner. This one cleared away, but right back to Swift. That shot's blocked. They still have possession. Here's the pressure. Come on, can we turn this into a counter-attack? No idea what just happened on that one, but it is time to make a sub. But let's see what happens here. Cleared out, but not cleared all the way out. And they're still in position. Wow. What happened, Routledge, to your match sharpness? He had his match sharpness. It's gone. Played in the last game, the last 25 minutes. I don't know how he went from 70-something match sharpness to 59 in 1 week, but okay. Ouch. Both wingbacks on yellow cards. Bedwell's having a really bad day, 6.4 on his form. Maybe I should bring in Naughton to relieve him and take the risk away if he's having that bad of a day. Nobody's too tired at this point, so maybe we'll just start with that one sub. Shots are still even. Possession just slightly favoring us. Roberts, Borja. Fires. Back out to Roberts again. There's a good... Borja. That was not an easy one. He almost made it work. Lundstrom. I think as soon as he went to shoot, it was knocked away off his foot. That's the kind of ball that can hurt a lot. Let's see. Rodon, I cannot let Vanderhorn play anymore because he has been in there too long. Remember, he's not fully fit yet. So we'll bring in Rodon and give him a chance to fix his form a little bit. We've got McKay, we've got Peterson, we've got Routledge available. Let's save that one more and use it tactically. Let's also go defensive now. Whoa, there's a chance. Great save. What a save. I think there was a second one in there, too, that got missed off the replay. But here's Kalulu off to the races. 1-on-1 with his man, and he's through. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And I think an extra touch towards the middle would have opened that goal up more. The keeper was not coming out to challenge him, and his man was directly behind him. Longstaff out to Grimes. Rodon. Lundstrom. Over to Wilmot. To Kalulu. And back. Keep away right now. Byers, Wilmot. Okay, now time is almost up. Let's use that last sub. Let's see. Who is my... It's McKay. Let's see. He's 24. Selena is 23. 24. Routledge is much older. 34. Norfelt is our main goalkeeper. He's 30. So none of these guys are exactly young, but we've got Peterson, McKay, and Selena that could all use some development. In terms of match fitness, it's definitely McKay who is lacking the most. But why don't I look between these guys and see who's got the best defensive? Tackling is 5. Marking is 5. Peterson, 5 and 4. Selena, 6 and 5. Holy cow, you guys. Byers. Come on now. Byers is actually a little bit better. So none of these guys are good. Impressing. But there you go. Kalulu is very weak in this department and still coming back from his injury. Why don't we get him out of here? Is Routledge going to give us better? No. None of them are. But Routledge is that guy. Let's give him the final minutes, I guess. I look for an upgrade in defense and can't get it. Longstaff, good tackle. Grimes, Naughton, long ball ahead. That was pretty poorly taken. Not very much under pressure. That was deflected out for the corner. And we are nearly into stoppage time here. As Routledge comes on. Bad timing for that sub. Shots are at 15 apiece. On targets are level as well. And time looks to be up. We're already a minute past the stoppage time. And there it is. We come away with 3 points today in a game that easily could have gone either way or resulted in a draw. Would have been a very, very fair result. So for us, 3 points today is a little bit fortunate, and kind of maybe the first time this season that we've been a little bit on the fortunate side. Let's see. Yeah, right? Let's see. Don't let yourselves get complacent for the next match. Okay, most of them responded well to that. That's good. Especially with the next match being against the team at the bottom of the league. Longstaff, I think mostly benefit. The rating mostly came down to the goal, because ultimately he was poor before that. But let's go ahead and calmly tell him. Oh, see, he wasn't a fan either. While I don't care for that to happen, the morale drop, I don't mind it so much. Alright, well that scoots us up the table a little bit. We're up to 12th now. Now we truly are mid-table, top half. But like I said, this next game is one that I wanted to get something. Now we've already hit that minimum threshold, so that I'm not too mad. Roberts' code of conduct is to issue a warning the first time you get 5 yellows. And that's fine. And see, this is good. I love this new code of conduct. That's fantastic. And I didn't have to take the time to decide what to do and what's fair. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, under 23s, let's get Fulton. You haven't been playing at all, so let's get you 90 minutes. Let's see, what about Naughton? We need to get you playing frequently, but keeping you fresh to play Actually, no, he will not be playing this next game, will he? I gotta think who my backup right wing back is. Naughton's more of our left wing back, but Declan John is kind of the other left. I think Naughton actually is the right. So he might be starting this next game. So maybe I need to take him off. Or need. Yeah, he is. Let's go back to unavailable for you, please. Thank you. Street. Let's give you an hour. Anybody else? Surridge? No, he's good. Norfelt. Norfelt needs to get his time somewhere. Leave those two out. So as we roll into another month, again, this upcoming game, as Charlton actually moved up a spot, so they came away with at least a point in this last game. Or they gave up fewer goals than the other team that they were level on points with and moved ahead on goal differential. It's entirely possible. I think we need to come away with something in this game. It's on the road at Charlton. They're obviously going to be looking to come away with something, but we need to get some away points. Still just very slowly coming along on the position role duties portion on that tactic, but outside of that, the tactic is now looking very good. And they're definitely playing well with it. The other one, though, it's getting better. Marking's fluid. Everything else is there. Please be back in the right positions. Okay, and we're just now starting to establish our first connections among the team. Dang. Took long enough, guys. Usually at the end of preseason, you've got one or two guys starting to gel. We're well into the season. Played 9 games already, plus a League Cup match. So we've had 10 competitive matches already at our first connection among teammates has been established. I mean, that is slow going. Longstaff, Lundstrom, for example, should be playing well off of one another by now. Whoa. Inbox. Hello, hello. Yes, I like that. Quality signing. 22-year-old striker. But we don't have money for that. No, we do not. But we can put you on your short list. Maybe your contract will expire in, many years from now. I like the quality. Oh, it's Bakuna. Yeah. I wanted Bakuna. I really would like. He is not on loan anywhere anymore. Wasn't necessarily before, though. Slight interest. We nearly had him, but he was just too far out of reach. I wonder if... Well, we wouldn't be able to sign him until January now. Okay, never mind. Just go ahead and grab an analyst report. That's one player that I'm really keeping an eye on. I would love to bring him in to our squad. Naughton in. Saw that coming. Rodon, bring him back in. We are evens for the game. Only a week left on those guys. I'm going to have to make a decision soon. I think Kabul, even though he's technically the better player, I think he's coming with too many issues. 2 matches, 7 days. There you go. Effie Ambrose below average on injury susceptibility. Let's do it. Let's see. He's got the pace. I really like the pace. And he really is a decent defender. Bring him in if it's affordable. Now, he's been playing at Derby. Or had a trial with them. Because it was with Hibernian, actually. Let's see what he's up for. Yeah, he would not be... Yeah, fringe player. Thank you. I'm happy with fringe player status. If he's okay with that, then we've got something going here. Oh, no. Oh, I hate when it does this. Oh, really? He can't register till January 1st? I thought you could take free transfers. Okay, well, he's pretty old. I'd say a 2-year deal. And somewhere in between here. I want to start pretty low on this. Like there. No sign-on fee. Does he even have an agent? He does. Richard Sinclair. I'm going to wait until you've made an offer before revealing my client's demands. If you want these talks to go smoothly, then I'd suggest your initial offer includes a substantial payment for my services during these discussions. Yeah. There's your substantial payment. $200. Take care to leave it, bud. I know he's going to ask for a lot more than that. Let's go with the appearance fee. What? No. $750 for playing. And let's give you a unused sub fee. $250. We could do a promotion 1. Wow, that is a stupid amount of money. That's not what I was looking at here. You know, like a $5,000 bonus. Something realistic. If you're going to help us get promoted. This would be next season. There we go. Okay, let's start with that. Whoa, you want a big ol' salary. Really? For a fringe player, you want $10,000 a week? Yeah, no. You are so far off the mark that we are walking away immediately. I'm not going to take a reserve player who has absurd, ridiculous demands. That wasn't even close to the neighborhood I was in. I had flexibility, but that's not flexibility. I bet you tomorrow he's going to fire his agent. What is this? Young Player of the Month for September. Matty Longstaff takes second. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nope. He might be more suited to it, but this is a wing-back formation. Grimes already up to highly influential. Kalulu makes it to influential just like that. Nice. He was my only other. Bidwell, recent form. Rodon. Okay, let's talk to Rodon because, yes, he has struggled. Pick yourself up. All right. Bidwell, we'll leave him be for now. Financials not looking so good. We are losing quite a bit monthly. Yeah. Almost time. Almost. Yeah, at least we're back up to a C+, but a lot of B minuses. We're just really, for some things, transfers, we haven't found the right players yet. Got some work to do still. Okay-ish player. Go ahead and keep scouting. Or not. This is one of my speed guys. Now he's 11 on his pace. It's not that great. So no, we're going to let him go. Thank you. Alfie Mawson. 5 appearances away from making 30 appearances. Trigger a transfer clause. Triggered, Fulham will have to pay $650,000. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Next match might be at home, but this is the one where I think we've got a better chance of grabbing some points against a struggling team. And we're starting to get our international call-ups. So we've got another international break coming up here after this weekend's games. Vanderhoorn's still on 75 minutes. Everybody else is capable. Or Surridge as the odd man out over and over again. I'd rather it be like Wilmot be the odd man out, though he has actually played well this season when he hasn't been beat for goals way too easy because of pace, and he's not been punished for that. The other team's been rewarded, but he seems to keep getting away with that one. Alright, let's see here. Have fun, or go out there and impress me. Have fun. Let's do that. And then I have faith, and yes, I'll take that. That's a decent reaction. Have fun, and I have faith in you. Maybe it's a little easier to be positive when you're playing a team at the bottom of the league. Here we go, knotting down the side. Grimes, long ball across. Bidwell's going to get to it before it goes out. He does, crosses it in. We lay it off. Naughton with a good shot there. Didn't have the best of angles, didn't have the clear path. But the keeper also had some issues with vision. That was a poor cross on the corner. Straight into the zonal. Didn't even beat the first man. Byers, great interception. He's going to lay it off for Naughton. Naughton crosses to Borja. Borja, I'm not sure if that was a shot or if he was trying to look for his partner in crime, Kalulu. Bidwell. Oof. Not so sure about that foul. or that Bidwell didn't deserve a yellow. Right? It seems like either Bidwell did deserve a yellow or that wasn't a foul. On the counter. We're going to get back in time. Vanderhoorn. Nice recovery. Nothing on the shot. 62% possession. Just over 20 minutes in. Grimes with that ball across. Rodon gets to it, but he goes over the top of the net. Just above the bar. Naughton, why don't you just control that ball? Come on. Bring it down with your chest. Rodon, nice slide tackle, and that's that pace that I like. That's why he's in over Wilmot most of the time. Wilmot would have been beaten for speed on that. Might not have been able to recover. Come on, pressure's not there. Naughton is part of that. He should be providing that pressure for us, and he's not doing that. Oh, boy! Come on! Complete control, complete dominance for half an hour, and then we just give this one away. Look at that. I've got 5 players all running towards the ball and then recovering way too late as 5 players all chase that ball. That is so unrealistic. The AI logic is still not quite there, even in FM20 now. 5 players all leaving their man to chase that ball is just ridiculous. Grimes, nice cross. Borja with the header to level the score on the cusp of halftime. No AI logic problems on that one. Grimes keeps it with Bidwell. Bidwell returns it to Grimes. Grimes with a very nice cross, and the defender should have done more with that. He was caught flat-footed on that one. And our total dominance at least gets back into a level score, hopefully, for half. Unless we can grab another here before the half. Definitely not them. Long ball ahead. Poorly covered by the D, and it forces a good save out of Woodman. And Charlton looking dangerous all of a sudden. Another mistake there as the header was missed. Rodon off to the races for us, though. Oh, that looked like a nice cross, but apparently it was intercepted. And it's halftime. Try to encourage the team. I know they certainly can. Let's see. Dig in, give what you got. Let's go passionate. Dig in, give what you got. Oh, come on. You weren't that bad. You weren't that bad. It's okay. You were that bad, but you weren't that bad. They were that bad in one single fleeting moment. Grimes draws the foul. It's going to set him up for the free kick, but we don't get to see that one live. Boy, that was another poor play off of the throw. And long ball ahead, Borja to the races. Offside. That didn't even look close to offside. I thought he was 2-3 steps on the right side of his man when that ball was kicked. Oh, that was strange. Under pressure. Can we get a turnover? A lot of yellow cards in this game. Could be dangerous. Vanderhoorn's got one as well. Out to Bidwell. Bidwell's going to take it down the side, but he cuts in a little bit like a winger and really gives them a chance here. It's a nice recovery by Rodon to at least affect the shot. Nice cross! Oh! Headed too high. 9-6 on the shots. We're overdue for some subs here, and we're almost out of time on one Mike Vanderhoorn, who's also sitting on a yellow, so we need to sub him. Rodon doing terrible again. 6.3 is his rating today. Boy, he is just not pulling it together this season. Tom Carroll finally sees the bench. Might have to get him in. He is starting to recover some match sharpness here through training. Routledge, again, match sharpness is going away, even though he's playing and training. No idea why he has nothing in that department. Kalulu's struggling. Let's go ahead and bring in Routledge. And let's save one sub for later. Naughton. Lays it off for Lundstrom. Longstaff with the long shot goes wide. At least it didn't go straight into the defender. +4 on the shot department. Looking good in the possession department. We've got a chance to make one more. Golan! Oh, what a shot that was. Heck of a curler there. Woodman, I thought he had it, but can't reach it. He really reached with the wrong arm. If he would have reached with his right, maybe he tips it away, but he reaches with his left and loses that one. Ugh, and that's poorly given away by Bidwell. And now we really run the risk of losing this. We're going to go very attacking, and we're going to demand more. And we've only got about 10 minutes to make something happen. Naughton! Oh, Borja! Man, he is just killing us with those missed chances. Clear-cut chances. That should have been a goal. Now, they are frustrated. We are focused. Can we make something happen? We're also in that very attacking sense. Let's get Tom Carroll out there for a struggling John Lundstrom. Rodon down to a 6.1 and is playing anxious. No idea what is going on with him. And we come away with no points against a team at the bottom of the league in a game that, outside of 2 moments, it was all us. I mean, they really only... Well, okay, no. Outside of the free kicks, they only ended up with 2 highlights the whole game. They did have some free kicks that were ultimately chances, and one of those goals was one of those free kicks. Josh Colin, absolutely man of the match. I mean, that was a fantastic shot from Colin. Got to hand that one to him. But the first goal, that was crap. And the fact that we only came away with 1, really poor as well. I mean, we only get 5 shots on target. Missed chances. Borja especially continues to miss clear-cut scoring opportunities. And this one is absolutely going to be aggressive. That was a pretty pathetic game. So we do come away with 3 points out of the 2 games. I was going to say 3 is tolerable. 4 would have been something I was happy with. I would have been thrilled with 6. So a win there obviously would have made me thrilled with that. Road game, it's never a given no matter who you play, especially when we are not a top team. But we could have, should have done more with that game. We should have at least come away with a point on that one. And still, it does better than our average right now. I mean, we're averaging 1.3 points per game. Over that 2-game series, we got 1.5. I don't know. Mixed bag, though. Mixed bag. Sharpton's, they're still 23rd. That was only their second win of the season. They've got a -10 goal differential. We should have won that game. They lost 3-0 to Brentford at home. They lost 3-1 to Nottingham Forest at home. Right? Had we won that game instead of lost, we'd be on 16 points in 8th place ahead of Nottingham Forest. That's where we could and should be right now. So, disappointing. Again, I would have been content with that point, but a loss there, not happy. Not happy. Still goes to show, though, that partnership at center back is not happening. Rodon is the guy who I want in there because of the pace, but he's not good enough. Wilmot, who's got the skill, is not fast enough. I need Wilmot or Vanderhorn level of skill with pace. And then the guys, of course, that are on trial. I've got the skill here in Kabul, but he's got no pace. 8 and 9, he's stupid slow. And then Ambrose has enough pace, not quite enough skill. He's not terribly far off. And if he didn't have absurd demands, I'd take him. But not for what he wants, especially for a French player. So, see ya later. Maybe I do. No, I can't look at Capo. He's too slow. He is too slow. He might have skill, but he is way too slow. So I continue the hunt for a decent center back. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me, as I am a center back. I want a player who is realistically, obviously in real life, they're going to be way better than I am, as I'm your, Sunday league, just adult friendly league player. But for my league, I'm an elite level center back with pace. I'm short, but I still hit headers well. I mark well. I tackle well. I get the ball away. I know how much of a difference it makes for my team. And as somebody who has coached the sport, I know how much of a difference it makes for the team. We give away easy goals. We go out and control games. We're the better team for 90% of the game, and then we come away with a draw, or we come away with a loss because they get one moment. Mistakes that can't be recovered from. So I know that one player, that one key signing could make a massive difference for this team, stop leaking those bad goals, and then we could go start winning games 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, instead of being on the opposite end of that. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.